Hello, 大家好. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So we have about 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to start in 2 minutes and let me know in the comment if you can see me and hear me well. We have people from, let me see, San Diego, California. Hello, 你好. Okay. And let me know where you're watching this live from. And we are going to start in about 1.5 minutes. And 今天呢, today it's not going to be a very long live stream because I'm just going to share how I help my students to learn Chinese character 汉字. And I just want to walk you through some behind the scenes, not really behind the scenes, but how I created my course. And as always, as previously, you are still going to learn a lot, okay? But first of all, let me know if you can see me and hear me well. Okay, I can hear myself. Cool. Good. 大家好. So first of all, let me know where are you watching this live from. Okay. 这里有 Florida 的人，大家好。Okay. 你好。还有 the Philippines. Okay. 菲律宾。还有 from Cape Town. 你好。Okay. 现在是几点？你们那里 Okay. So let me know in the comment, have you watched my previous live stream? I would love to know if you have watched my previous live stream or not. Let me know because this month we have a lot of live stream about Chinese character. Now I'm back. Hello, 大家好. Okay. So first of all, let me know where you're watching this live from as usual. And also let me know, are you learning Chinese character at the moment? Because this month we're talking about 汉字 Chinese character. And I would also love to know what's your level right now with the Chinese character. How many 汉字, how many Chinese characters do you know already? So can you recognize already? Let me know in the comments. Share with us. Okay. And also, are you learning traditional or learning simplify? Okay, let me know in the comment. 这里有我的学生 here from Holland. Okay. So here from the car in Italy to Holland. Oh, nice. Okay. Take care. 保重. That's my student. 好，还有谁呢？有 from Thailand. Okay, we have people from Thailand. 你好 from Florida. 你好 Okay. 还有吗？有其他人吗？来，我来看一下各位。大家好，大家早安，大家午安，大家晚安。So let me know how many characters can you recognize already? Okay, 那让我知道一下，你们现在在学汉字吗？你们会认多少汉字？你们认识多少汉字？哦，好多 comments. Okay. 好，有没有看我以前的视频呢？直播呢？ My previous live stream, have you watched already? We talk all about Chinese character. Have you guys watched already? Let me know. 这里Sammy 说有看 I watched your previous live stream. Okay. 然后这里 Stephanie. Okay. Learning traditional and simplify. Kind of hard, but okay. 加油. So I think that if you are learning both, make sure just focus on one. If you want to learn both traditional and simplify, and my suggestion is maybe you can focus on one. Like in my course with my student, we focus on traditional character, but I also had the worksheet for students to let the students know what does the simplified one look like when they are learning the traditional. So the focus is on traditional in my course, but I will still give my student the comparison worksheet, like the comparison between traditional and simplified, the comparison worksheet. So if you are learning simplified, you could also have the, the comparison worksheet. So you know that, okay, this one looks different from, the traditional, vice versa. Okay, 好 and here we have people learning 繁体字，然后有从泰国来，我看过了。好， 各位，今天呢 first of all, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today and joining me watching my previous live stream. I really appreciate it. 非常感谢你们的参加。And in today, as the title says here, I want to share with you how I help my students in class, in my course, okay, in my Hanzi MasterClass. And probably you could join me, join the class, join the course, or follow the logic to learn Chinese character, okay? And also, before we officially get started, because we're getting started in about a few seconds, before we officially get started, in the description, you have a lot of links. And so after this live stream, I have 2 other exclusive webinar that you need to join and save your seat. 2 exclusive webinars, which is this Saturday and next week. So you can click the link in the bio, in the description and save your seat there. So I will see you in the next 2 webinars after this live stream. All right? 可以吗? Just so you know, if you want to join the next 2 webinars, the link is in description. Okay, 好，这里有 UK. Okay, very basic so far, only 20 character. Okay, 好，enjoy your live stream video. 谢谢。好，那我们现，这个是不是我的学生呢？ Is this my student? No, okay. Sometimes I just, yeah. Anyway, so tell me, are you ready right now? So we are getting started. I don't want to take too long to have the introduction or anything. So let's just get started. Let me know in the comment if you're ready. 你们准备好了吗？我们开始吧。Let me know in the comment. Okay. 好。Only simplified character. 有些人好，没关系。那今天呢 in my live stream, we talk all about traditional characters. So if you're learning simplified, that's okay. You can still enjoy this live stream and, take a look at the traditional one and see how it looks like and how I teach traditional character, okay? And if you're interested. 好, let me know in the comment if you are ready. 你们准备好了吗？好，那我们现在就开始吧。Now let's get started. 来 I want to show you. Give me a second. Just need to turn on my file. All right. 好, I think you all can see this. Okay. So today's live stream, we're talking about how do I create Hanzi MasterClass, which is the class I'm promoting right now, but I'm taking you step by step of how I created this course, some backstory of this course. Okay, now let's get started. 我们开始吧. So my job and the mission of this course is to help students learn Chinese character, which is Hanzi, more efficiently. So with that in mind, I thought about, I had the first idea last year. I don't remember exactly when, but sometime last year, I had this idea about having the Hanzi course. And I asked a few questions. I don't know if you remember, if you follow me more than 1 year, you probably remember that I asked you guys some questions about Chinese character, which one should I teach? And I finally decided last year that I want to teach traditional characters since I'm from Taiwan and I'm biased. I think traditional character is more beautiful. And also, as my previous live stream said, I think traditional character is easier to recognize because it has more strokes and it gives more clue. That is the whole reason, kind of the backstory, why I created this traditional Chinese character course. Okay, now I want to go straight and give you an example. Okay, an example. I just took a random example. As you know that in my previous live stream, my examples in my live stream, or you saw other people, other teachers' lessons, like trial lessons, they all gave you like very simple characters to remember, to demo. So you're like, yeah, when you saw the videos, the trial videos or free videos on YouTube, the teachers always provide very easy and simple character. But when you actually are studying the course, you feel like actually there are so many other character looks more complicated, right? So now in this live stream, I'm not giving you the easy one. I'm just really randomly picked one that looks complicated. This one. So this is one of the characters that I teach my program student. This one is Jing. You can see on the left-hand side, it's the pinyin and the English. It looks very complicated, right? Let me know in the comment. How do you feel? Let me know your first impression. Okay, I want you to let me know your first impression of seeing this character. By the way, this is a traditional character. Let me know, okay, how you feel when you see this character. Okay, so you see this character as a foreigner, as a student. But I see this character because I know this already. I see this character as a teacher, as a native speaker. So your worries when you see these characters might be, oh my God, there are so many strokes. How can I remember this one? Mirror. What is this? How is this character has anything to do with mirror? Okay, that might be your questions and worries when you see characters like this. But my worry is different because I'm a teacher. So when I creating the course, I saw like Hanzi, the characters like this. I'll be like, how can I make it easier, simpler for a student to understand, to memorize easier? So although we are seeing the same character from different eyes, different perspective, but we had the same worry. Your worry is how can you remember? My worry as a teacher is when I see this character or see characters like this, my worry is how can I help my student to remember such big, complicated character, as you can see right here. So let me know how you feel when you first see this character. Let me just come back. Okay, try to do more interaction with you. Okay. So here my students, they only recognize the metal first character. Oh yes, we had that in our first module. Yes, we had that in our first module. The metal on the left. 很好, 很好. You learn well. 非常好. This is my course student. Yay, I'm so proud of her. 然后有人说 very difficult. Okay. And okay. Here someone says, seeing the character seems complicated, but strokes are easy. Okay, you probably have learned the character for some time, I guess. Okay, do they have 20 strokes or... Okay, all right. So... yes, this is traditional character. We are talking about traditional characters in this live stream. But if you are interested, you can stay. But if you had no interest in learning or knowing anything about traditional character, you only care about simplify, then that's fine. Okay. Jing, the left one is Jing Hao. So now when you see this character, let me just come back with the character. You will be like, okay, how can I remember this? I have no idea. And on my side, be like, okay, how can I let my student remember? So this is my way that I'm showing you right now. This is my way to help students remember each character in my course. Watch this. So first of all, I will check the dictionary for me when I'm creating each character because I'm not like, I don't know everything in the world. I still need to check the dictionary, to be honest. So when I see each character, I will double check or triple check with the online dictionary or just the dictionary, the paper dictionary, but usually online dictionary because it's easier. So I would just check with the online dictionary and see how this character developed from. Okay, what is the origin of this character? So as you can see, this is a screenshot from the online dictionary, and it says that, well, this character, traditional character, is originally from a mirror, the shape of a mirror. But as you can see, the character that we are using nowadays, 镜, mirror, 镜, it looks very different already from the origin thousands of years ago. So my first step for creating each graphic, each pictures for students to remember is first, I will check the dictionary to make sure that I didn't make any mistake. I didn't not like misunderstand anything. I know this origin well first. And then the second step for me is using my own knowledge as a teacher, as a Mandarin teacher, and using my own knowledge as a native speaker. And I was like, okay, in my knowledge, okay, according to my knowledge, I can separate this character into the left component and the right component. Apparently, in my course, because I know that in my course, Module 1, we already learned the left component, the left radical, left component. Let's just say it's component. We already learned the left part, the left component, which is 金, that is go. So like imagine maybe long time ago, thousands of years ago, the mirror was made by metal, gold, something like that. I think mostly metal. So, and also you can see that the left component, 金, this pronunciation is also very close to the mirror, 镜 pronunciation, but the left side, the left component actually provide the meaning. Okay, it's the meaning component. And to my knowledge, okay, according to my knowledge, the right component, the right side component, I could design as like a shape of a mirror. So this is how I design from my perspective to my student. So I separated this Hanzi into left side and right side. The left side is the meaning component. Okay? 金, because just imagine that the mirror was made of metal and material like that. So the left component is 金. And the right component, I gave you a mirror image because it kind of, if you take a closer look, it kind of looks like a mirror, right? And the right component, pronounced 镜. If you take a closer look, the right component is actually providing the sound to this character, Hanzi. So this is just a little bit behind the scene of how I created the photo or the graphic, the image that you see right now with the process like this. So first, I'll check the dictionary, double check and triple check, and then I will come up with the story, come up with the logic to help students remember. And of course, if a character is combined with 2 or 3 different components, I will give each component on the left-hand side for students' information. So now I will give you a second to take a look at this character, 镜, mirror, 镜. Take a look at the image to process it. And now, here. Next time, if you see this, 镜子, 镜子, which means mirror, 镜子. Okay, so you might be asking, what is 子 doing here? Isn't that me, baby or a child? In our previous, live stream, or in my module 1, lesson module 1, we actually talked about the 字. But I also talk about if you have a word ending with 字, well, there will be 90% of the time this word is a noun. So 字, it doesn't provide any meaning to this word. Just tell you that 镜子, this word is a noun. And 镜 provides the man, provides the whole meaning to this word. Okay, so my process is I try to teach character before I create it. I double check, I triple check the origin, and I come up with a logical story and graphic for students to remember. And I also I would give some etymology or the origin, as you can see right here, for the student to process. And then I give examples, that which is a real life example, of course, because you are using 镜子 all the time, almost every day. So this is with the real life examples. So this is the first part of my idea how to create a lesson or this whole course. Okay, let me just come back. I don't know how you feel. Let me know how you feel in the comment. Okay, here we have very helpful. 谢谢. Okay. What dictionary do you use? I don't remember the dictionary. It's like I really don't remember the dictionary. I just typed the keyword, the Hanzi, and I just type the origin of Hanzi, and they come out with many different answers. And I will search the one that I know already, then I trust, but I don't really remember the name of the dictionary. And by the way, the name of the dictionary, the name of dictionary is in Mandarin Chinese, and the description and everything is also in Mandarin Chinese, by the way. So yeah. And let's see. 有人说老师好. What do you feel this method? Okay, let me know, how do you feel? Okay. Someone says weird. Okay. You can tell me how you feel, but I personally feel it's very helpful. Okay. And the other person says, okay, you can repeating the short order and create flashcard yourself. Yes, that's another good idea. Okay, let me just move on. Not only that, this is just part of the process, that how I create a course for my student. This is just part of the process. I also, because I'm a native speaker, so when I'm teaching a character, I look at the components. And I also think about any other character that share the same component. For example, when I see this character, when I teach this character, I immediately relate this character to another one, which is this one, this character, because they share the same component. So as a teacher, I try as much as I can when I teach one character, I will connect this character that I teach with other character that has shared the same component. And in that way, with that method, with that strategy, I can help my student not only recognize one character, but also recognize many other characters. And also, if I'm teaching another characters in my course, and I will review with my student. Like, say, for example, I teach this character in lesson 1, and I teach this character in lesson 5, just for example. Then in lesson 5, when I'm teaching this new character, I will remind my student that, you know what? In my previous lesson, we actually learned a similar Chinese character that share the same component. So my student can review back, and go back and review the previous lesson, because I remind my student to go back and review what they learned and have this connection by doing the review, by watching the lesson. So as you can see that these two characters, they had the same component. They had the same component on the right side. So for a student, he or she, for my student, they'll be like, oh, that's good, because I don't have to spend more, take more effort to learn a brand new character, because I know the right component already. And this right component, as we learned, that pronounced jing. So I guess for my student, they would be like, okay, I guess this character may be pronounced because this is the sound component. So maybe this character is pronounced jing, 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 jing. Just guessing. And the left component of this character is actually earth or soil, 土. So voila, we have another character which has a strong connection with this one because they share the same component. And this one meaning boundary or environment. And as you can see, this is not a brand new character for you. This is not a brand new character because the left component is 土. 土 meaning soil. And I actually had this component, this character, in my module 1 already. So the student, when they reach to, the later module, they'll be like, oh, I know the left component already, and I know the right component already. I just put them together. Okay, 静. Oh, makes sense. 土 meaning soil. So environment, soil, yeah, kind of had the connection. And then the right component here, well, my student already know it looks like a mirror, and it pronounced jing. So the right component here provides the sound, and the left component here provides the meaning. And if you put them together, jing meaning environment. So I will give the example, like a real life example. So 环境. This is just a character. It's not a word. It's not a vocabulary. This is a word which consists of 2 Hanzi, 2 characters. So what is environment in Mandarin Chinese? 环境. 环 meaning surround. 境 is environment. Surround environment. 环境 meaning environment. So in Mandarin, 环境 is environment. So we haven't touched on this character, which is okay, but my student already know one character here, which is not easy because these two looks very complicated, but my student already know half of the whole word. Okay, so let me know if this makes sense to you. I don't want to make this live stream too long, but I also want to share with you how I help my student in each lesson, in each module, with the whole course, with the whole program. And if you are my student already in Hanzi MasterClass, and you will be expecting this lesson very in the future module. Okay, we'll go step by step. So let me know if this helps, okay? And also let me know, are you also using this strategy or this method to learn Mandarin Chinese character? Okay, let me know if you're using the same strategy, okay? This is how I do it. This is how I help my student. But I will also want to know what you think. Okay, what's your take on this? What is your take on this? Okay, so Are you also learning with the same strategy or the same logic or idea? Let me know in the comment, okay, if this helps. How? So you see, this live stream, I'm not giving you a very simple Chinese character. I actually gave you a very complicated one. And I'm not asking you to know how to write, how to handwrite. I'm just asking you to recognize the character. And as my previous live stream said, that repeating the real life Chinese character is very, very important. Repeating the real life Chinese character. So if you see a sign, you better take a picture, maybe send it to your Mandarin teacher if you have a Mandarin teacher. But for my course student, they can just take a photo, take a picture of real life character and post it in our Facebook group for my Hanzi MasterClass students only. They can just post it there and ask me, what does that mean? And I'll teach them how to remember, how to recognize the Chinese character. So this is what I say, that the student is not learning just 600 characters. It is 600 plus characters that they are learning during the whole process, the whole course. Okay. It is not easy. Yep, it is not easy, but there are some strategies. Okay, you can, yeah. So, my Instagram is Smart Mandarin Katrina Lee. Okay, if you want to know my Instagram, Smart Mandarin Katrina Lee. And if you have any questions about course inquiry, you can DM me about the course, about the Hanzi Master class or any other courses that I have. Okay, so I don't know if you're ready, but I'm just gonna ask this question. Are you ready to learn traditional Chinese character? And I also remember that last time there are people asking me that, what do I do if I learn both simplify or traditional characters? What do I do? Well, if you want to hear my honest opinion, I would say at the early and first stage, I would recommend just stick to one character. Like it's either simplify or traditional, depending on your needs. So if you are planning on going to China, then you probably need simplified character. But if you plan on going to Taiwan, then you need a traditional character. And if you're the beginner, everything is too overwhelming for you. My suggestion is just to choose one and stick with one. And then when you reach to a certain level, think about, learning the other one. But which one is easier if you have no preference? Say, for example, if you're just learning Mandarin Chinese out of interest because it's your hobby, or because you want to train your brand. Sometimes people say that learning a brand new language can train your brand, can exercise your brand. But if you want to, let me just tell you, if you want to learn Mandarin Chinese because you want to train your brand, because that's your hobby, then I would strongly suggest you go with traditional Chinese character first. If you're learning Mandarin Chinese character just because that's your hobby and you're interested in the Chinese culture, the origin of the character, then I strongly suggest you learn traditional first, because traditional is the one that you can see the origin. As we all know that simplified character, it was developed from the original in around 1949, 1950 by the communist government. So it is not really the origin of the Chinese culture. It was created just to increase the literacy in China. So it is not the origin of the Chinese culture, of the Chinese character. So if you're taking the easy route, okay, I'm just being honest. If you're taking the easy route, or if you are making money in China, you want to do business in China, yep, of course, you go with simplify. But if you go with traditional first, then 9 out of 10 of the students choosing traditional is because they just simply had the hobby to learn Chinese character. They want to know the origin and they want to know the Chinese culture. Yeah, that's the reason they take traditional. Also, they want to come to Taiwan. And one more thing I want to tell you is that because traditional has more stroll than simplify, in my opinion, I'm just saying, in my opinion, learning traditional first and later on converting traditional to simplify is easier because simplify has less stroll order. So if you take the traditional first, you know how to recognize traditional first, and then you look at the simplified one, you'll be like, this one, yeah, I can guess what it means because it's kind of like the simplified one from the traditional one, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, but it's all personal choice. In my course, each lesson we have 5 characters for students to learn. We are focusing on traditional characters only, but we also give the worksheet in each lesson. We give you the comparison between simplified and traditional. So even the students are focusing on learning the traditional character, they could also see how the simplified one looks like when they are learning traditional, just for their reference. Okay, so in case you are wondering and curious. Okay, so one more time. If you have been following me for a while, for more than a year, more than 6 months, you know that I've been working on this Hanzi MasterClass for a long time, for a while now. And now it's open for enrollment, but this course is only opening for 7 days. I will close doors for enrollment on September 29, 11:59 p.m. Taiwan time. The doors will close on September 29, Taiwan time. So anyone who wants to join this course, want to enroll this course, you cannot after September 29, unless I open that again, which I don't know when. All the links are in the description, just so you know. And when I open this course again, because right now it's for pre-sale, actually, it's the pre-sale stage. So the price right now, which is $224 lifetime course, the price right now is half of the original price. The price right now is half of the original price because the value of this course is much more than the price you pay, because we had the Facebook support, we have a live Q&A support, much more. And I also have some students talking about the course. If you are interested, one of my students, she's from Texas, Ying, and she said that the PDF I provide in each character helps with the visual learner understand how to write better, because I had the photo and graphic. I also have another student. He took many of my courses, and then he told me that he actually living in Taiwan with his wife, and he actually took the course in Taipei before, the similar course, Chinese character course in Taipei, which is he was enrolled in a famous school in Taipei about 3 months. However, he can see the differences in my course and in the course in Taipei. You can see all the testimonial on my sales page. The link is in the description. And he said that my course is more smooth to him and easier to understand. And also, I had some other student giving me the feedback privately. Here says, I really appreciate seeing the character words in context. The variety of different fonts and style encouraged me to look carefully at the Hanzi. So actually, I collect real life character for my students. So outside of the curriculum, I will also take some photos of what I see whenever I travel. I see the character in my curriculum. I'll take a photo. I'll put that in my Facebook group, in our Facebook group for my student, and ask my student, like, if you can recognize this character. You can just ask my student if, my student is live right now. here with us. Okay. Let's see. Here is another student say thank you. This course suitable for me. And the other students say, I had gone through the lessons to learn first 100. So this student has finished the first module, the first 100 character. It has been easier than I thought it would be. So this student replied in our Facebook group. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Another student say most learning material is simplified, but my material is traditional characters, which is very, very rare. You don't see a lot of traditional right now. So just want to let you guys see this awesome testimonial that I have for now. But the course for now is just how do I say this? This is a pre-launch of this course. This is not really an official launch. So the price is half of the original price. If you're interested, the link is in the description. And also, okay, I have to finish what I have to say. Otherwise, I will forget and I'll see your comments. And also, I have 2 other free webinars for you, but not right here, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. It's a very exclusive webinar I'm hosting. 2 webinars I'm hosting. One webinar is teaching you guys to recognize 30 Chinese radical, to recognize that instantly. This is the first webinar coming up this Saturday. That is an exclusive webinar. Make sure to save your seat in our description. There's a link. And the second webinar, which is on the 29th next week, I am going to teach you for free how to read menu. We're going to learn how to read Chinese menu together. Okay, make sure you save your seat and be on time to my webinar, because I don't know if I will have the replay for you. Okay, so I'm not really sure I will have the replay of these 2 webinars, very, very valuable webinars. So if you can join me, make sure you save your seat to join me live on Saturday and next week on the 29th of September. Okay, so the first webinar, exclusive webinar, is about learning 30 radicals. And the second one is we're going to learn how to read the menu together, which is so important. Okay, let me see you guys have any questions. Okay. Oh, the word is so small. First time to my channel, 欢迎, welcome. Okay. Let's see. What other comments do we have here? Do we have other? Okay, from the Philippines. Hello, ni hao. Thank you so much. So make sure you save your seat, the links, everything. And if you want to join the course right now, you can. If you join the course right now, you can watch the first module right away. So you can join us now and enjoy my free webinar at the same time. Okay. And if you are my course student, okay, if you're watching this live stream and you are my course student out there, I will say all the webinars for you guys. If you are my course student out there, don't worry. If you miss the webinar or your time zone cannot fit with my webinar, that's okay. To my students, Hanzi MasterClass student out there, I will say all the webinars to the course for you guys. Okay, my students. Just saying hi to my course student. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yes, if you want authentic and original Chinese culture, just go for traditional character. Yes, you can actually, if you have questions about traditional and simplified character, you can Google, or you can watch my previous live stream on my YouTube channel. You have all the answer, and I answered that in my two previous live stream video. Yeah. OK， 我们看一下，还有好，大家加油，大家加油。好 Old-time CEO video. I don't think you guys have any question. Let me see if I have anything that I want to say. Yes, Hanzi MasterClass. Learn 600 real life characters, real life Hanzi. All the links down below in description. And also, if you want to follow me on my Instagram, this is my Instagram account. I share a lot of information on my Instagram and a lot of behind the scenes how I made this YouTube video and stuff like that. In September, it's all about traditional Chinese character, live streams and webinars in September. Starting in October, we're going back to the normal. I am uploading new YouTube video lesson for you guys starting in October. So don't worry about it. Okay. 对, so everything will go back to normal in October. But September, I just want to give you a full knowledge, a series of live stream and give you a full understanding about Chinese character. And I think that would be the best. And if you miss any live stream right here, you can go to the playlist on my channel. Just go search Chinese character. Yeah, no questions. Okay. How do I improve my listening? This is not a topic I want to talk about today, but I made sure to talk about in my future, maybe live stream or future YouTube video. Okay. The best way to improve your listening is to gain your vocabulary, study grammar, and listen more. Yeah, repeatedly, again and again. Yeah, I think there's no shortcut to improve your listening. Well, yeah, the answer is short, but that's true. All right, that is all for today. I really hope to see you in my next exclusive webinar. My next exclusive webinar. Okay. Okay, now I see some questions. The webinar schedule is coming with, it's not fit for my schedule. Okay, so I cannot have the webinar that fits everyone's schedule. So I only had just one schedule, that one for my webinar. So try to, if you could, try to join the webinar. But let me see if I can set up the webinar to a replay mode. If yes, and I will let you know by my newsletter. If you're on my newsletter, I know a lot of people on my newsletter, but some people never open the email. I actually send a lot of information about my webinars, my freebies, my new podcasts, my new video lessons, my new courses, all with my newsletter. So if you're on my newsletter, if you have received my letter and you delete that, you never open that, try to open my email because you are going to receive a lot of great information from me. All right. That is all for today. Okay. And I will see you in my next exclusive webinar. 谢谢你们的加入今天 Thank you for joining me today. I really, really, really appreciate it. 谢谢你们。如果你们有任何问题的话呢，就 DM 我就好了。Just DM me. Email me to smartmandaриnchinese@gmail.com. smartmandaриnchinese@gmail.com. If you have any questions about the webinar, about the course, let me know. All right. I will see you all very soon. 谢谢你们。再见。